Aries, we're going to go ahead and take a look into love and romance. This is going to be a reading anywhere you have Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, Aries placements in your chart. This is a reading for you. Thank you for joining me and welcome to Expression Personnelle Tarot. This is a timeless reading. Let's go ahead and jump right into your reading. See what resonates for the Aries collective. Spirit, please help guide this message for the Aries zodiac sign and astrological placements of Aries. Aries, okay, with the Page of Cups here. In your tarot reading, I see that there is a point of imagination. There is possibly an amount of generosity going on with you. Maybe possibly a way to be able to give more to that creative side. Maybe you aren't really realizing how important it is to kind of beef up what you already have. There's a lot of creativity that does flow through the Aries at this time. I do see like you kind of separating the dreams from the logic, you know? And with that here, we do have justice in the present moment. So something is very much like, are you being taken for granted by what you are doing? Like, by the people around you, are they taking you for granted? Are you taking them for granted? Your ideas and your inspirations and your, you know, these amazing qualities about you could be tested at this time based on how others feel. But I see you're gonna still overall take that leap of faith. I see whoever supports your dream life is who the heart is trying to tell you to be with. But there's like you're really not understanding possibly that the person with you doesn't understand what you do. And they necessarily don't support your dream life. So with the full over, you know, up until the springtime, I'm really feeling spring here with all this yellow. I feel like you'll be more abundant based on being around more like-minded people, but more or less stepping up to the plate by yourself sometimes. Not with your partner, not with any friends. But you are going to have to decide what matters the most. Are you supporting your dream life? Are you actually taking initiative here? Because some of you are not making plans because you feel like you are not good enough. You're stuck in that Page of Cups. You love what you do, but at the same time, are you making plans to actually take that leap of faith towards what does make you happy, to what you want to do? You know, they kind of say faith without works is dead. You know, with everything, you really do need to take initiative. And so there is some challenges there. And that's going to require a lot of hard work, a lot of effort. We have Scorpio energy here with the Major Arcana card. Death. Death for the Major Arcana is for transformation. When you understand during a point of transition, there is going to be things that you are going to hold in. You are going to really try to get things more into order, get all your affairs. You need to be more honest about what you want. You don't need to be around people that take you for granted, that don't understand you. These are some of the complications, and they do add up to where you can't get what you need enough in order to get something off the ground. The Two of Wands in reverse does kind of tell me that there is something you are working hard for. You could be very energized, you know, whenever you when change is happening and things are just going really well, but when they're not, whoa, you know, out comes that Scorpio side. I mean, I love my Scorpios, but at the same time, you know, there is a negativity to all those two sides, to everyone. Okay. The King of Pentacles is kind of urging you with the Death card here to pay attention to every single detail and do not rush. The King of Pentacles is someone who worked very hard, very patient. Okay? It took slow and methodical steps. It took an amount of being stubborn to what other people's opinions are. And Aries, I see that can be somewhat a challenging aspect, but taking accountabilities and, you know, realizing that some of the things you can do that will simply help you step by step get to exactly where you want to be, because I'm seeing a partner here that isn't on board, and they are really taking you for granted. And if you know what for granted means, it actually means that you will always be there, bound to something that doesn't suit you. No matter how much love you think is going to, that is there. The heart and the mind sometimes can lead you in separate directions. You got one part of you saying, you know, sit here. You don't know. You just don't know. You got another part of you saying, maybe I'm deciding this isn't the right thing and I need to take that leap of faith. So what direction are you going to go in? And I'm seeing some of you, you're thinking of your mother a lot at this time. Different basis of where you come from, and it's like, man, nothing is working, you know. I see where romance is very important. Love is very important for you at this time. And it just doesn't feel like it's necessarily 100%, you know, even keel. It does look like water is kind of coming up there, which it represents emotion. And sometimes when things don't go your way, you know, hold on for one more day. No, yes, hold on for another day. But when things really are putting a damper on what you want it to happen, and it gets in the way of what you were planning to do, I see where things get real bitter real quick and resentful. And I'm seeing this building up in your relationship, this resent. And when that starts to represent all that you've lost, you will resent the person that you love the most, and it will be compromised. If you are dealing with an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, you got to understand those are the signs of compromising, especially with an Aries. All right, so if you have that as a partner, you got to understand, you know, after leaving out of that karmic partner of Aquarius's, which was Capricorn, we have that King of Pentacles on the top of the deck, which still influences the overall reading. But yet we have the Queen of Wands now in reverse, not stepping up into that power, but at the same time, you know that there's internal struggles there. Energy plays a big factor. Energy. Not caring what people think play a big factor. Now, this partnership doesn't seem like it is something that you're going to decide. It's up to you. You know best. But I'm seeing that no answer is an answer. I'm seeing here with partnerships that there is an amount of craziness and balance that's taken place. And your partner can view you as very imbalanced. Maybe there isn't the reciprocity as far as finances go. And you have to be very wise regarding your finances with that Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So no matter where you work or work from home or however you do what you do, making sure that you're making those wise steps are super important. The mundane and the slow and the methodical maybe isn't Aries' strongest suit, but it will definitely teach you an important lesson. Aries, look, everything is meant to be. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Expression Personnelle. Please subscribe to my small channel. Go back and see some of my older videos, see if they resonate, see what helps. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Thank you so much, Aries. Till next time. Bye.